one more. I have one more. The dream I had was actually not. This is the most recent one. It had to do with me on a boat. I was talking with somebody. It seemed like a movie almost. Like I was inside a movie talking to somebody, and he was like, "We have very little time, and this and that, and blah 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 blah." And he just started talking like he was a scientist or something. And what was happening is we were on a boat. It was very dark. It was about nighttime. We were in the middle of the ocean, and there was this big, massive dragon swimming like a dolphin, like that. You know, and we were right by it, and it didn't bother us. It didn't, you know, we were on this small little boat, but it wouldn't do shit. It wouldn't do anything. Every time I'd make insults to it, the dragon would pick its tail up and pow, hit the boat. The boat would start rocking. And I started insulting it again. And pow! It's gonna hit the boat. Finally, we were seeing some wall with a light. I don't know how it appeared. It just appeared out of nowhere. And as soon as I got to the wall, it looked like it was almost like there was like a mop rested on it. Like it was a 10-foot wall in a building, but it seemed very big, you know, for further away. And I climb up this wall, and then I am at a city. I see as soon as I climb up the wall, I get up the wall. There is a city. I don't remember what the two old men said, but there was a city that looked a lot like ours. Or it looked kind of like Westlaco blended with McAllen, blended with something. It looked kind of like, felt like the RVG because there was palm trees and everything, right? I don't know where I was at the RVG, but it felt like the RVG, Rio Grande Valley. And the dragon started flying around the city. This big dragon started flying around the city. This was when I was in Tyndale, Texas, for like a week. I was oil pressure washing for no company. It didn't last so long. Anyways, so this big dragon's flying around, and I don't know how I ended up in a parking lot of some plaza. There was people. It actually reminded me of the Alamo Plaza, the one in Alamo on 83, a small little Alamo Plaza. It kind of looked like that parking lot. And it was the street on 83 had more in between. There was cemented off, you know, like the way they cement off the sidewalks and stuff like that. Areas where there was grass and trees and stuff like that. You know, several sections. So it's like they added to 83. And there was also the San Martin Church in Westlaco there, and there was all this, you know, it was pretty much just, I guess, the RVG. The RVG is what it was, mixed together, like some weird mixture with RVG. And the dragon was flying around, and it would, I don't know if it would bite people or it would blow smoke, or I can't remember what it would do, but I know there was also giants that were about 9 feet tall, 8 feet tall, and one stayed staring at me. You know, whenever you give somebody a mean mug and you're just like, you're following him like that, that's basically what he did to me. While I was getting on some vehicle, trying to burn off, everybody was trying to leave. And I think that these giants would go into people. They'd run inside them and they'd possess them. They'd turn them into something. They'd turn them into beings with black eyes or something. I don't know. But they'd possess them. They were giants. Spirits of giants. And I don't remember how it ended. It felt like I was going more down south on downtown in downtown Westlaco, but there were several shops that I had never seen before. It's like they've annexed a bunch of buildings together, and they're all real clustered up. And that's usually how my dreams are when I'm at the downtown area of my hometown. It's different. It's always different. There's another world going this way, but it still feels like downtown Westlaco. Just like a bunch of buildings now. There's a lot more stuff downtown. And it doesn't look as some of the shops, you know, buildings are just kind of crushed up together. Anyways, I go running in one of the buildings that has it has an underground area. Instead of being on land, the stairs go down. Right? So the stairs go down, the door's down there, it's below ground level. And I go in, it's a small, tight shop full of a bunch of clutter, I don't know what it is. And these children follow me. They're like, "Let's go, Paul, the dragon's gonna get us." Ah! And so I go inside, and the children somehow they say something to each other, and they turn into black-eyed children. And there's somebody else turning into black-eyed children. And they said this woman is responsible for releasing us. I believe that's what they said. It was a woman in her 40s. To me, in my own understanding, she would be what you would call a comadre. She's about a 40-year-old woman, or no, maybe like a 50 or something. I don't know. She's getting kind of old, and she dresses. I don't know. Just yeah, she's a lady. She's an old lady. The way they have their own style of dressing, I don't know. Anyways, that's what happened though. She stayed there staring at the fucking kids, and the kids were looking at her. I just woke up after that. So that was the most recent dream I've ever had about a dragon terrorizing the city. If it's prophetic, it could be. If anybody has an idea to think they can interpret the dream, you know. But what I do know, and I do remember, is that it was like a mixture of Alamo, Westlaco, and all these. Yeah, it was weird. So, all right.